It's Johnny Lightning.
Jonathan Lightning makes pretty good cars.
Oh my gosh.
See, I'm gonna turn y'all into fans. Hey guys, David at Twice Diecast. Went home to Louisiana, my home state, grabbed my son and my dad and my nephew. We did a little peg hunting in Louisiana. Let's take a look. First stop was a Love's truck stop. Why, you ask? Because Chuck on Diecast Breakdown put the word out that some of these truck stops are getting Greenlight pegs or Greenlight direct marketing stations for their cars. And I thought, no way, not in Louisiana, but sure enough, here in Shreveport, I found a Greenlight end cap in a truck stop, and it was loaded with awesome Greenlight castings. You guys really need to be on the lookout for it. These appear to be kind of mislabeled. They had price tags for Hot Wheels, but you'll see at the end, it is obviously a Greenlight end cap. And based on the number in this piece that I found right here, it's going to be a really cool place to find Greenlight. So this was a Love's truck stop, and I believe they are also going to be in pilot stations as well. So keep your eyes out for that. Some really cool castings this day. 2018 Dodge Durango looking good. Tons of these Hot Pursuit. Everyone likes that Crown Vic. Can't get enough of those really. And let's see what else we can find here. Just really impressed that Greenlight is doing such a direct campaign, and you can see the end cap right there, just in the middle of the toy section. Up next is Kroger, which is a really big grocery chain in the United States. Lots of affiliates. This is a Kroger Marketplace, which is a really big store. You can see the size of it here, kind of like a Walmart. This particular one is one of my favorites. It's in Shreveport, and it has a pretty extensive diecast selection. You can see here this whole aisle as we round this corner. That entire aisle right there is primarily diecast, and most of it 1/64 scale. We're going to dive into the Hot Wheels. I'm not expecting much to be found. We are just in the middle of a Hot Wheels drought here in the United States as I make this film. But the selection was pretty good. It looks like they've got maybe some P cases from 2021 that have been put out recently. The pegs were a lot more full than I thought they would be. It's just older stuff, so maybe they had it in the back. Regardless, was never going to find a treasure hunt or a super treasure hunt on this day. These pegs have been probably gone through multiple times. A lot of collectors in the area. Funny, now that I think about it, not a lot of collectors of UK cars. You'll see a recurring theme in the stores here. Everyone left all the UK cars. That's good for me, and I just don't get it. You'll see it's just crazy how many Aston Martins and just other UK automakers seem to be ignored in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'll have to get on to my people about that because they're missing the boat on some cool cars. Here is, you can see just some age on these pegs. We'll just go through it. I want to show you guys what is available in case you are in the area and see something you need for your collection. Got some cool color shifters. We'll look at a few of the monster trucks. We've got a couple 2-packs here, and you're going to see a few more brands than you would normally see in a grocery store here in the US. And that's what I like about the Kroger Marketplace. Now this is some new stuff. Of course, you know, we are getting new premiums and new monster trucks. If you were into that, you're in good shape. So here's what I'm talking about. Every car, multiples of the UK set, including this really sweet Defender 110. We'll see all of them here. Now this vehicle right here, guys, is going to be, well, not that exact casting. The Hot Wheels version is going to be a super treasure hunt. Not too long in 2022, that will be a super treasure hunt in dark gray. It's going to be really cool. So these are nothing that we haven't seen before, but you don't often see the full set on the peg at one time. Some hitch and hauls down below. We've got some moving parts we're going to see here shortly. We've got some collector's edition stuff. You know, it got to the point, honestly, that some of the inventory was so old that it was interesting because there's some stuff you couldn't find now if you missed it. You'll see another one of the 911 turbos at another store, the clean red version. I grabbed one of those. Hadn't seen that in 2 years in stores where I live. Rapidismo in the house. And I am explaining to my dad and my nephew how these sets work and why I grouped all those together. Really wanted to try and educate some members of my family on why I'm into diecast. I don't mind doing that. I tell you guys, you got to own the hobby, even if it seems like you are a adult looking at little cars. That's okay. If it brings you passion, rock it out, man. Just own it and take folks along with you. I was really impressed at how interested my family members were on this day. They were seeing cars that were special to them, had no idea that they were being made in diecast, and that was fun. So some Maisto. I don't know if these are old or new. We're going to see lots of Maisto, a lot more than usual. Let me put it that way. And some of them look pretty good. We'll go to a Walmart here at the end of the video and some pretty cool transport sets out from them. I probably will never collect them. I really want to keep my collection at 164 and don't have a whole lot of space for haulers, but they look good. There is your Tomica selection in Shreveport, one car. M2, someone has dug through these, pulled out whatever chase vehicles were in there, but some of them were not bad looking. Motorcycle fans, that's probably the extent of the motorcycles you'll see on Twice Diecast. My apologies if you need more. Maybe I'll work on that in the future. Got to introduce my nephew to a dump bin and the fun of going through one of those. Became pretty evident really quickly that there wasn't a whole lot of gold hidden in this box of cars. P case again, a little Q case. So kind of the tail end of 2021 is what is sitting on the pegs and in the dump bins. So we'll just take a look, just make sure we don't find anything special. If you're just joining or skipping around, we are at a Kroger marketplace in Shreveport, Louisiana. These will be peg hunts from that area, and this was in February of 2022. Gave that one to my son. He has that car in real life, so he always enjoys seeing that one. And Rapidismo, there is your second shout out for the video. So full pegs over here, been picked through several times. P case and Q case. Quirky Garage 1999. That one is for you. Thought I'd pull that out and give you a little shout out. Really wanted that to be a super treasure hunt. There was never going to be a chance where it was, but still a great looking Audi. One of my favorite castings from last year. It seems like everybody did that Miata last year as well. You guys remember the orange Johnny Lightning at the beginning of this video. We're not going to look at all these guys, too many and nothing that you guys haven't seen before. So we will pan out here shortly and move on to the next store. And I just wanted to show you guys, if you know what the super treasure hunt is or what particular car you're looking for, you don't have to flip through every one of these. I just go down here and scan the names on the bottom. If I don't see anything I'm looking for, I'm probably not going to reach in there. Was this a super treasure hunt? Absolutely not. That's going to about do it for Kroger Marketplace in Shreveport. We will head out, and I'm always going to be down for a trip to Hobby Lobby. Let's see what they've got at the one in Shreveport. Now I've heard that you can knock these tampos off these M2 Coca-Cola models, and they would be pretty cool castings. Look at this 57 Bel Air Gasser. Mr. Pibb making an appearance. If you guys don't know where you're from, you don't have Mr. Pibb, that's kind of a alternative to Dr. Pepper. Pretty rad GSX right here. I like this panel van gasser too. I was watching a Chasing Diecast Cars video this past weekend, and I think that second majorette rally car was a Hyundai, and I think they have a street version of it. Now these were new to me. I don't know if these have been out a while, but these Great Outdoor sets are pretty cool. No new cars that we haven't seen before as far as I can tell, but I do like the tents on the back. So each one comes with like a camping gear setup. Diecast dude would love all those accessories. We're going to check the M2s, make sure there's no raws sitting here. Really like that Datsun pickup. Now, if you know the price of this car, $13 for this Johnny Lightning is out of control. Seems like Hobby Lobby has raised their prices. I love this 98 Integra casting, but the wheels are jacked up on it. The axles are too short. They sit in too much on that car. I wish they would fix that. It's a great casting. A little bit of Auto World to look at. Always going to be awesome pieces. Another discriminated against UK automaker. How about this Lagonda? One of the coolest sedans put out lately. And there's the aforementioned MX-5. Really good looking wagon right there. Not a whole lot new. I might have to grab this Corvette though. If that's true 164, that is an amazing version of that. It's interesting that the Greenlight have remained $7.99, but Johnny Lightning are $12.99. That makes absolutely no sense. That's gonna just about do it for Hobby Lobby. We will look at a couple M2 sets, I believe, before we head it out. Up next was a really neat store my dad found. Just because he knew I liked diecast, he had been at an antique store and spotted some old Lesney Matchbox and wanted to take me back. He knew the owner and the person selling the car, so let's go check out some vintage Matchbox. And this was really cool. And there weren't many, but they were tucked away back here in the back. They were in really good condition. We will do some close-ups of them here before we head out, but we'll just kind of scan the shelf for now. Price varied for each one, and were priced according to eBay current listings. But I think the owner advised that she would be willing to negotiate. I think she had bought them from a previous owner's collection. So we'll take a look at a few. We don't get to look at these too often. Carabao, Alfa, in really, really good condition. Some of these were just about mint. Not this Iso Grifo, I never know how to say this one, and I've never had this car in my collection. But it is a really, really cool, sporty vehicle. Look at the base on this. Just pretty vintage. Look how it, it looks the way it looked 50 years ago, if not more. Love this transit right here. Look at that front end, unmistakable. Don't see these too often in places that I go, so this was a real treat to see these. If you like this kind of stuff, I don't get a chance to show it too often, but Tyrone at Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection does. Take a look at his channel, his cover art, if you will. And go check out his channel. If you're a Matchbox fan, you have got to check out Tyrone's channel if you don't. And chances are you probably already follow him, but if you don't, I will do you a favor by telling you about his channel, because it is this kind of awesomeness right here, as well as every Matchbox product, set, 5-packs, weird vehicles, you name it, Tyrone's got it. So this was a treat to see these. We're going to move next to a Walmart. Look at what's at a Walmart Supercenter in Shreveport right now. I had to pull that. I hadn't seen that in 2 years. And just, this was like going back in time. So I found a couple of these moving parts that I grabbed today just because probably not going to see them on pegs in the future. That is the second one right there. So I don't know where they had been keeping these moving part boxes in the back, but glad they brought them out today. The only other thing that we saw, oh well, let's back up. So we did find some really fresh main lines, and you guys may have seen these before. There were some colors I had not seen before. Loving that convertible Beetle. Here is the K&N MX-5, our third brand of MX-5 on this video. Here's the white Nissan Hardbody. And we'll get to that Dodge Durango here in a second. I don't know why I insisted on grabbing the furthest one from me, but take a look at it. Really well done. Front and rear light detail, Dodge on the grill. That's an outstanding job by Matchbox. Here's the red TT. And I think we got one Jeep left before we move on to some Maisto. So I don't know if these are going to be new or old, guys, but they were looking pretty good, especially this one right here. Look at that matte black finish. I love the red trim around the rim. That Grand National is probably the best Maisto set I've seen. SVT Cobra. And I think we're going to wrap it up with this GT. Last thing I found was a Zamac Defender before we headed out. Only other store we thought about hitting was Target, and man, it just not a lot going on. Again, more anti-England on display. Had a Deadpool premium. No main lines to be found. Look at the selection on the pegs. After this, we're going to have maybe 10 or 12 hanging. And that's it, guys. Target in Shreveport, Louisiana is in the same boat as Targets around the rest of the country. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is David at Twice Diecast, and this is some peg hunts in Shreveport, Louisiana. This was in February 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're just going to wrap up by watching a few more pieces. One team transport set, the new Supra. So that was odd that that was there. Pretty cool custom van here, color shifter. Oh, this was kind of interesting before we go. So there's a new Batman RC in 164, pretty cool. Just like that Tesla version they had last year. I think they raised the price on that. I thought it was like 20 bucks even last time. There's the Cybertruck. So we'll get ready to head out. Matchbox, one retro and one regular main line and one busted open collector's piece. Sorry for the lack of love for the UK car guys. You should know that the local residents do pay homage to the Queen. So I figured she's saying goodbye. It's time for us to head out. Hope you enjoyed these peg hunts from Shreveport. This is David at Diecast. Take care.